Last time on Thursday Night Therapy, our heroes met their new crew member, an overly upbeat half-elf named Janny. Young and seemingly somewhat out of place, Des was immediately suspicious. Despite his reservations, she was taken on as crew. After the Bloodwake had been loaded with the plunder taken from the Truewind, they set sail to catch the last couple of hours of daylight. As evening arrived and they set anchor, they celebrated their successful raid with some drinks and mild entertainment. It wouldn't be a party, though, without someone getting offended, and soon Des found himself entering the captain's cabin, asking what he had suddenly said to upset Torrin. The culprit was an offhand comment about his brother. An explanation Torrin told the story... Oh, fuck me. As an explanation, Torrin told the story of how she had lost hers. Her brother had died in a fire, one that she had started herself, and though not deliberate, she clearly blamed herself. The following day, they set sail once again. The destination, Little Opara, a Taldan colony. The journey would take roughly 2 days, so time was used as best as possible. Though Torrin wasted the last of her paper, failing to copy a spell, and Des managed to spoil another brew. But Dev, with the help of Cogwood, managed to relatively successfully skin the Sahuagin bodies. On the second night, Devvie was on watch when he heard distant ships' bells ringing through the night. He alerted his brother, and together they spotted a familiar green glow on the horizon. Lani and Torrin were woken, as well as Tally and Croup. Their opinion? These events signaled the approach of Whalebone Pilk, an undead captain who sailed the seas hunting down his chosen prey, which currently seemed to be the Bloodwake. It was deemed best to avoid a confrontation for now, and the entire crew was woken, and the Bloodwake set off once again in the direction of Little Opara. And that's where we're going to pick up this week. So, you decided to raise the crew in the middle of the night, pull anchor, and you are currently heading north in the direction of Little Opara.
Yes.
So,
I was sat at the front with my light spell because it's fucking dark.
So before we get into the game this evening, I just wanted to mention to our listeners, I've had the COVID this week, and it seems to have affected my brain. Despite not having had anything to drink since, I think it's like 6 weeks, I basically feel drunk. So I apologise for any malfunctions caused by the COVID.
Apart from all of the things that went wrong already this evening are down to me. So
yeah, we had a few technical issues, but
so Sean's off the hook.
Glitches in the system.
Nadz had a technology malfunction, and Sean is having a brain malfunction.
Yes.
Yeah. I also just wanted to mention, because I was taking a look yesterday, and I realised that today is basically our 1-year anniversary since starting this campaign.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, really?
Yeah, our
Wow.
very first Skull and Shackles video was uploaded on the 27th of February.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Wow,
Which,
there we go.
considering we always upload a few days after filming, it's basically a year to the day, I think, which is mental because that's
Yeah.
That's gone fast.
It doesn't feel like that, but when you think about it, we're on 30-something episodes now, and we haven't played every single week because there's been life. Life happens.
Yeah.
Life finds a way. So yeah, golf clap. There you go.
Golf clap.
Have some of that.
Where's my party streamer?
Yes. So to anyone who has been watching and supporting us so far, thank you for staying around, and here's to many more. And on that note, ghosts chasing us.
Ghosts. Fuck those ghosts. That's what I think of those ghosts.
Yep.
So I'm going to... Let's just pull you over to this map.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
So you're here, and we are heading to Little Apara, which is just here.
Okay.
So you would have you've left the main sea, and you're currently heading at a decent pace towards the Shackles.
Wunderbar.
So, is there anything you'd like to do at this point? I mean, you're basically all hands on deck.
Yeah. All hands on deck. As the crew are feverishly working away and trying to get us back to the Shackles ASAP. As I'm working, I'm not going to down tools or anything like that. As I'm working, and as I pass by my friends essentially. So Torrin, Lani, and my brother Des. So so if we successfully make port, what do you lot think of trying to take on a couple of extra clerics for the next leg of our journey? Do you reckon that'll help against old Pilk?
I mean, do you get many pirate clerics? Is that a thing? I mean, obviously Sandara is one, but I get the impression that she's more of the exception than the rule.
You're also forgetting the issue that I bring along with this particular voyage.
Yeah. I mean, I've not had much dealing with too many clerics, but generally speaking, I do feel that they are slightly not fans of the undead.
Yeah, they're more on the dead should stay dead kind of deal. And I mean, I'm not like, yeah, it's a whole can of undead worms that I'd rather not.
All right, well,
bring into this situation.
I know Torrin and I chatted about this briefly when no cameras were on us. But how about we stay on shore for a little while this time? Don't make any enemies, of course, because that would just be foolish. And how about we try and move up the old timescale of getting a second boat on the fleet? And then that way, clerics don't have to worry about our other crew members.
I mean, as much as that is a great idea, that we're struggling with one fucking ship right now. We haven't got enough crew for one.
Well, I was thinking we'd remedy that at port. We'd pick up more crew.
Yeah. But we also don't have any money.
Yeah, that was going to be my next point.
And we need to pay the crew.
Yeah.
Well,
and to make money, we need to be on the water. And to be on the water means we've got whatever the fuck that big green glowing bastard is gonna want with us.
Yeah, exactly. Switch
I imagine he's green and glowing if there's a fucking flash of green light every fucking dawn.
Which is why I think that when we do go ashore, we should employ some of our business acumen that my brother and I have built up over the years, and do some on-land business for a little while. Make a little bit of money, gamble wisely, all that.
Doesn't that directly go against the whole don't make any enemies thing? Because isn't your job killing and thieving?
No. Not
Exclusively.
Not overtly. We are also businessmen. We just sometimes make a little bit more because of our individual demeanours.
Occasionally, persuasion has to come into it, of a physical variety.
The reason my brother was after the old protection racket at Goat's Head is because that's kind of what part of our business was, and rightly so, he reckons we'd do it quite well. Just, his methods of obtaining that role were a little bit headstrong, shall we say.
Unfortunately, I am known for my subtlety.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately though, bruv, I have to agree with Torrin on this one. We are currently trying to run before we can walk.
Yes.
I seas in the moment. And also, there is distinct possibility that we may get a second ship, theoretically. But then we go out onto the seas, and then suddenly Captain Casper attacks, and then the other ship's like, "Oh, you didn't tell us that you were being chased by the spirit of the sea or whatever bollocks it is that's actually happening." And then next thing you know, we've got a mutiny because they've got another ship and they kind of leave with it.
Well, they don't have to know that we know.
Yeah, but my point is that these kind of things have a way of coming out. Also, we don't have enough money to pay the current crew.
We've got all this...
And we're not good enough at pirating and captaining one crew yet.
There, all right.
One ship.
I was just floating an idea. All right, so
we did there.
You know what? We'll worry about all this when we get on land, when we can think straight, and we've got a little bit of breathing room, yeah? Just something to think about. If we can get a few more, God Squad on board, that might not be a bad thing.
It would be a very bad thing if they find what we've got hiding in the captain's quarters.
Yeah, but if we can find a workaround, that's what I mean.
There are very few workarounds in my experience, but yes.
Maybe.
It could be an idea.
Yeah, we have to rely on the luck of maybe finding someone who's a little bit more open-minded or something.
Well,
Except that's how do you broach that conversation? Hi, we'd like to hire a cleric that doesn't mind being on a ship with a few undead.
They're
That's
tame.
not something that doesn't matter though. You say undead are on the ship and clerics blow their fucking nut.
But
is it only clerics that can do like the healing magic, or are there others?
I mean,
you've got a point, Lanny. I suppose it doesn't matter as long as we've got someone who can do something against them.
I mean, we just need bodies to fucking kill the undead. The more bodies we got, the more swords we got. Fuck it.
I mean, my experience with the undead is limited, but can you hit a ghost with a sword?
You might want a magic sword.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. I'll nip down to the magic sword shop, shall I?
Well, you know what?
Yeah. Magic sword.
You make a point. I mean, we've got all this booty now. If we can offload this for a good price, who knows? We might actually be able to afford something that can at least tickle their ribs a little bit.
I mean, hold on a minute. You two have got fucking magic shit.
Well, I mean, granted.
That fucking spear of yours is magic. That fucking sword of yours is magic. All I do is magic.
Is that the kind of magic you need to... I don't know about these things.
Yeah, it just needs to be imbued with some element of power that makes it not just a bit of metal.
All right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, fine. All well and good, but...
It's stuff that's designed to kill undead, and that's going to be really fucking expensive.
Yeah, now my point being is that, okay, fair enough, you said, you know, obviously I can do the whole lightning thing from Leanne's stuff and all that, as you pointed out, but we also just pointed out that we want to be throwing bodies at this thing, but that means we would have to equip all them bodies with magical weapons.
And I'll lower my voice a little bit, or we just throw bodies at them, and we do the damage, and they take the damage.
Are you referring to, because I feel like in the current situation I have to actually confirm this, do you mean the bodies that we are keeping in my captain's quarters or our crew?
A little bit of both.
That's not entirely sure I'm down with that.
Would you rather us die, or some fucks we just pick up in a little town somewhere? You have to remember, we're not... Are we in this job to be liked, or are we in this job to survive and make money?
I want to be in this job to make money, granted. However, I do not want to end up looking at people like Aragon looked at us.
Yeah.
Just fodder.
And good crew are hard to find, you know. You find a crew that works.
But I'd rather throw someone that I don't really know yet up against someone instead of someone like Sandara, who we know is useful.
Oh, I see what you mean.
We know is useful, or Croup, who we know is useful. All these people that have proven themselves, I'd rather they don't die. But if someone's got to die, I'd rather it be fucking Timmy from the docks that we found instead of someone we actually like.
Yeah, now, again, I see where you're coming from, but again, as I pointed out previously, when you first broached the subject of zombies, I feel that is a slippery slope.
Oh. We can...
My slope is very simple. I'd rather not die. If someone else can die in my place, 90% of the time, I don't care who that person is. Just my two copper pieces there.
All right.
Wow, Torrin.
I mean...
If someone's trying to kill me, I'd rather not die.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Yeah.
That doesn't seem so alien to me.
I see your point. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, we do find ourselves in a bit of a pickle, don't we?
I think the solution for the immediate future is get on land, sell the booty, try and make a bit of money on land as well.
And get some more fucking crew.
Get some more crew. And then we'll take it from there.
Because who the fuck knows? We might not be hunted by some supernatural fucking pirate. And it could just be one of Croup's stories that has turned a bit sour in his head from all the booze.
Except it wasn't just Croup that knows about this stuff.
Oh, there is an easy way of looking into that, is that when we get to port, we can go to a couple of bars and then we can just ask about it.
It could just be a fucking myth or a legend that people have all heard. If this fucker kills everybody it finds, no fucker's there to actually say that he actually exists.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out more. We'll hit a few places. I mean, we're going to a pirate's port anyways, you know. The stories will be abound.
It's it's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah. Right, help me with these ropes.
Yeah, I got ya.
Yeah, I will take up my position back up in the rigging.
Okay. So if you're continuing sailing, I would say that. Well, I mean, you'll have a low light so that you can see. You all pick up that a certain amount of nervousness is spreading amongst the crew as the story of what has been seen is spreading from crew member to crew member, and although nothing's been said, there are some glances and you catch the glimpse of some worried looks here and there. But as I said, nothing mentioned.
Do we so we do catch these little looks?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be at a certain point. It's going to be, it will be noticeable.
Okay.
I mean that, as I said, this is obviously
People are checking over their shoulders.
Yeah, and the whispers are starting to spread amongst the crew that what has been seen, and some of them would have heard of it before, some of them less so. But I mean, even though those that haven't heard of it before would get a brief explanation, and that's going to be enough to unsettle a few of them at least.
Okay. Whether one of us should say something. I'll probably, at some point, I'll probably kind of make my way to this stone castle, up to Lani. I'll be like, yeah, Captain, the crew are looking a little bit nervous. I reckon they know what's up. Do you want to say a few encouraging words? Maybe let them know we're not.
Not just a few little things. Maybe we just gather the crew. Just maybe put their minds to rest. I mean, like we say, we don't know whether this is true or not, but maybe just let them know what has occurred so far.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. If you could gather everyone in.
All right.
Quickly.
All right. I'll step up to the railings then. I'll say, right, crew of the Bloodwake, down tools for 2 seconds and come here. Captain wants to say a few words.
Those who can do move closer to the stone castle. There's going to be a couple of crew members who are unable to really leave their stations, but they do turn and they are paying attention. You have the attention of the crew.
He steps up, kind of still holding onto the wheel almost, and just kind of leans forward over the edge of the balcony, and just says, "Crew of the Bloodwake, a few of you seem to be a bit unnerved as of the last short while, and we've come to a decision. I think you had best know that." Certainly during the early hours of the morning that we, or Des, noticed that there were some strange goings on, and whether you know of what may have been heard, what you may have thought may have happened, that there's a potential that there's a few weird goings on. And I mean, we don't know for sure yet whether anything is true, but for those of you that may have heard of the stories of whalebone pilk, that there's a potential that there may be, like I say, some odd goings on, and until we can figure out what is going on, we are going to carry on as normal. We're heading into port, and we're going to go about our business. Obviously, you as the crew of the Bloodwake, we are a fearsome crew, and we can deal with whatever is thrown at us as and when it comes. But we will do our best to keep all of you safe and have all of you as well prepared as we can be if and when something may occur. And he looks to the other sort of, as in Des, Devvie and Torrin, gives him a nod and says, anything else I may have missed?
I think that's very concise, Captain. Thank you for that.
Can I just have a performance check, please, just to see how well you impress
Yeah.
upon the crew?
Let me do that. My character sheet.
I mean, you can't fail at anything here. Just unless you get a particularly good or a particularly bad roll, I think.
Okay.
Oof.
20.
Nice.
Oh, a dirty 20.
20.
Okay, so as I said, there was a palpable nervousness amongst the crew. But as you begin to speak and inform them of what's going on, and just having you stood there as their captain, you do sense, and in fact you'd actually see that a certain amount of reassurance has been given to the crew, and at least some of the more nervous faces seem to be a little bit more confident at the moment, and as they turn and return to their stations, you definitely get the feeling that you have improved morale somewhat.
Very good.
I'll slap Laniakea on the back and say, "Well done, Captain. We'll make a public speaker of you yet."
Oh, it's all your help, Des, I think.
You know,
Be confident, isn't it?
exactly. You, as long as you are confident, you can bullshit your way through fucking anything.
Lani, you do actually notice as you turn, Owlbear is stood off to one side, and he just makes eye contact with you, and after a second, he just kind of nods with a gesture of acknowledgement.
See, even His Grace, the High Captain of the Seas, has given you his blessing.
Just nods back, same sort of motion. Thank you.
Okay. So, you sail on till dawn?
We basically, I guess we sail until we're
Yeah.
happy to stop, I guess. I don't know.
Well, as the sun begins to rise, you realise you've actually reached the edge of the Fever Sea, and you are now approaching the Shackles. You have to pass through some islands to get there, but you reckon if you continue sailing, you will reach Little Opara by the afternoon.
Well, I think maybe just keep going then. We think it's not going to be that long.
Yeah, I think potentially get in and get into shore, get into the port, and take some rest there, or go about what we're going to do. Not too fatigued.
On the one hand, we do have to think about the fatigue of the crew, but on the other hand, we can sleep when we're in port.
Yeah.
Or at least we can sleep when we're not on the open sea.
Yeah. Well-deserved shore leave after how many days at sea?
3.
Yeah. Hey, it's been a productive 3 days. To be fair.
Okay. In that case,
It's even 3.
go on.
I didn't even know if it's in 3.
Sure, it's much more than 3 days.
It's been a few. It took you a couple of days to get out, and it's taken a couple of days to get back. So, yeah, it's going to be 4 days roughly.
Yeah, see?
Pretty good.
Less than a week.
Feels like so much longer.
Yeah.
She left Goat's Head 4 or 5 days. Yeah. Anyway, if you're willing to sail on into the afternoon, I will say you do so, and you reach Little Opara. And I will now try to do my best to describe it to you as you approach. So you have to, as you can see on the map, you have to head north through some islands, and you have to kind of double back onto yourself to be approaching Little Opara. What you see as the land slowly rises in front of you Imagine, if you will, a river that has reached the ocean, but before doing so, it has forked and split into 5 or 6 individual rivers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what you're left with are like little islands of land in between these forks of the river. But now imagine that these aren't little islands, these are in fact pillars of rock. The land that you're approaching is actually a cliff, which is about 5 or 6 stories high. And as this river has split and wrapped around, it has left these columns of rock in between. I feel like I'm describing this really badly. It's almost like, imagine that you were looking at the bottom, like a set of bottom teeth where every second tooth was missing.
Okay, yeah.
That's basically what it looks like. As you approach, you realize above these, at the top of these large pillars, there seems to be buildings and settlements, but also built within to the rock or attached to the side as a wooden structure. You do see buildings and settlements, and you see little bridges connecting them, and you see ropes and lines and pulleys to either transport things from one section to another or to transport things vertically. You can see now as you near that the docks are at water level, but it's a good 6 stories up to the very top, and there are walkways and ladders and steps and hoists and winches to connect all of these together.
Cool.
And I guess I shall show you the map now, because it will make things a little bit clearer.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So as you near, there is a little I want to call it like a hunter's I don't know what it's called in English, I must admit. Like a little shed on legs.
Oh, yeah.
What do you call them?
I don't know.
A shed on legs.
A stilted
A shed on
shack.
Yeah, like you pass one which is further out to the sea, and you're kind of flagged in to the west side, and you head in up the leftmost river until you find like a dock area where it seems a lot of the visiting ships have been anchored.
Cool. And I guess we get flagged into onto a jetty.
Yeah, you're flagged into a jetty, a free space. As I said, there are a few ships there. Nothing too of much note, although there is one quite large ship there, a galleon, which has at the front of the ship, it looks like a carving of a large eagle with its wings kind of pulled back along the edge of the front of the ship, like a figurehead, basically.
Yeah.
Does it have a flag?
It's at dock, so there's currently no flag raised. You can see the name though.
Oh, yeah. What?
And it is called the Pinion.
Pinion.
Pinion. Okay.
As I said, you can see as you look up. Like I said, it's 6 stories up.
Yeah.
You see all these little connection bridges, and you can see there's washing lines connecting buildings where people have their washing out to dry. And if you look above, you just catch a glimpse of large birds flying over the top from one island to the other, and
Cool.
you hear the telltale sounds.
I like it.
They are indeed peacocks. I don't know whether you would actually know what a peacock is, if you'd seen them before, but...
Roman. That's really cool.
Really fucking fancy looking bird up there.
How very civilized.
You have been told that this is a fancy place. I mean, Taldas, the original country, this is a colony of, is a country with a very looked up to monarchy. It's a lot of nobles.
Rich culture. Okay.
And you've been told you can experience similar things here, but looking at the docks and around the area that you are, this doesn't look particularly fancy. These are definitely working class people, working class buildings. A lot of these little houses you can see carved into the rock, or that are kind of clamped onto the side and made of wood. They seem relatively small and a little bit ramshackle.
Okay.
Yeah, I just need to cough a little bit.
Okay, cool. Right, so as we're kind of sidling up to the jetty, I guess, I'm gonna just like kind of huddle with the officers. Say, right, given what has just occurred, it might be worth getting a handle on what the crew feels like. That they and if they want to actually leave the blood wake, we're going to need to know. So, I guess after we've paid them, we'll just ask them to be honest with us and ask them what they want to do. What do you reckon?
Well, good idea, but I would suggest first we ask around a bit about this Captain Pillock and see if there's any way, obviously this is some sort of folklore thing, and folklore tends to have some sort of story with a resolution at the end. There might be some sort of weird esoteric way of defeating him.
Yeah.
So before we go to the crew and say, we're going to be going up against, a ghostly ship full of blah blah blah, but we've got a plan.
That is better. That is better. Yeah. It's final decision lays with you, though, Lanny. What do you think?
Yeah, I think first protocol is to get this booty sorted. And then, I think we, like you said, we just be sort of open with them and kind of ask them a little bit. I mean, surely there's not anything happening here in the port, and we see where we stand, I suppose.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get the crew to sit tight, be on their best behaviour, and then we'll offload the goods. Oh, by the way, what kind of clothes were in the stuff that we got? And I guess that's a DM question as well, actually. Were they like working clothes or?
I'm going to say decent clothing, but nothing too fancy.
Okay.
So it's serviceable clothing, but it's nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, all right. How about we let everyone have get themselves a new outfit, some nice clean clothes from the plunder, and then we sell the rest.
I mean, we need to sell the plunder first and figure out what we get. Because I don't know about you, but I ain't got any money to give the crew when we get immediately into port.
Well, no, that's what I mean. But I look down at the clothes that I have been wearing for this entire fucking thing. And I go, look, I don't know about you lot, but I feel a bit ratty, So I think I'm going to go down to the old, see if there's anything that's, not banged up and and change and make myself look a bit presentable, because I think this place is supposed to be a little bit fancy.
I mean, you can. I'm very... I don't care what I look like. That's not my thing. But I suppose fitting in might be a good look for us, I suppose.
Well, it doesn't hurt to look a little bit professional when you're trying to offload goods, you know. You go in looking like a bag of shit, anyone thinks they can walk all over you and stiff you for prices. But if you look like, you know, you've got a bit of self-respect.
I prefer that, because that way they underestimate you.
I suppose there is that.
I mean, I'm just going to put this out here right now. I do not give a flying fuck what anyone thinks of me. I will be dressing as I normally dress, bruv.
Well, I'd like to dress how I normally dress, but it's a bit fucked, so I'm going to go down to the hold and find something nice and crisp and clean. And with that, I'm going to head down to the hold.
Devvie, see if there's anything that might fit me down there, this fine figure.
Right you are, Captain.
Thank you.
While you're doing that, Dev, and before I forget, you have all had not enough sleep, and you've sailed through the night into the afternoon. I am going to need a Constitution save from all of you, please.
Okay.
See how knackered you are.
12.
Constitution saved, you say?
Yes.
Oh, well, I got an 8.
Uh-huh. Oh, I got 18.
12.
So everybody except Des has a level of exhaustion.
Oh my.
Fucking hell.
Don't know what you're talking about. I feel fine. Chipper.
Good.
And this is going to include most of the crew as well.
Yeah.
So they are all pretty knackered.
Oh, I've still got that on, but I shouldn't have. Exhaustion. Great.
Yay.
I'm gonna look at everybody and go, I'm too tired for this shit. I'm gonna go to bed. We're in port. I don't have to worry anymore.
That's how they get you.
I mean, they can try. But, yeah, I need to sleep. So I'm gonna, it's like mid-afternoon, did you say, Sean?
Yeah, I think it was going to be about 1 or 2 o'clock by the time you arrived here.
Cool. I'm going to, do my ritual for, the things. And then I'm going to go to bed. And I'm probably going to be up at about midnight. And then I'm going to go drink. And if anybody needs me beforehand, it better be because we're under attack, else I'm going to kill you.
Noted.
I'm going to bed. And I'm just walking off. I'm going to bed.
I'm going to come back up with some clothes. Hopefully I've found something that will be good for Lanny as well.
Horse armor, maybe.
And, yeah, pass them off to him and I say, right, so... What do you think? Should we sleep first, or should we sort out business and then sleep?
I will approach both of you and say, no offence, bruv, no offence, Lanny, but you both look like refried shit. You two, go and get some kip. I'll go around the crew, make sure anyone else who needs it gets some kip as well. We'll deal with anything that needs dealing with either later today or tomorrow, alright?
Alright. Would you mind, seeing as you're so bloody chipper, would you mind presenting our papers to the dockmaster, please, bruv?
I will certainly see if I'm able to do that, yeah.
That's fair, Des. I'm not feeling that great, I'm honest.
Nope, you don't look it either. Go on, fuck off.
Off I fuck.
Yes.
Funny that you mentioned
I
that.
will also do as my brother says.
Funny that you mentioned that, because I was just about to say that you do see a man approaching the ship.
Yeah.
Right. Where the fuck are our papers?
Captain's quarters.
Right. I'll go in and avoid the zombies.
As soon as you come in, Torrin is probably in the middle of her spell, and the eyes flash to the door
Oh, fuck off. I need to get the
and
papers.
realise it's you and not someone else, and goes back to the spell.
Yeah. Papers. I need the fucking papers. Where are the fucking papers?
See her just point in a direction towards like a chest or something.
I will fetch the papers.
Okay.
I will fetch the papers, I will collect the papers, I will take them to the person approaching us, and I will do it with a smile on my face and absolutely, mostly respect for the person.
Okay. So you're met by a relatively tall human, middle-aged. He has like short golden hair and soft amber eyes, and he's wearing relatively simple clothing. Nothing too elegant or exaggerated. You do notice, though, he is wearing a bronze-coloured amulet. But he does approach. Good day to you.
Good day.
I assume you're wishing to stay here. Is this your first time in Little Opara? I do not recall seeing your ship before.
No, this is our first time here visiting your lovely looking island, which I must say does look very lovely.
Okay, and you can see him now. He's starting to take some notes in a book. I will need the name of your ship.
This
He
is
looks
the
up.
Bloodwake.
I see. And you are the captain of this ship?
No, I am on the officers' council, though.
I will need the name of your captain, then, please.
That would be Lanny, and please don't make me try and spell the rest of it.
Captain Lani. Okay, I see you have some papers. He does briefly look at them. Dock fees here are 6 gold a day. How long do you plan to stay?
That is a very good question, of which I do not currently know the answer. We are here to offload, we are here to take on. So we'll be here for a few days at least.
That leads me to my next question. What exactly is your business here in Little Opara?
Oh, well, you know, we're here to sell off some stuff that we may have acquired. We're here to perhaps pick up some more crew, perhaps make a little bit of coin, maybe take in the sights, you know, stuff like that.
Okay, well, you should be able to find everything you need here, cliffside. I would warn you, though, if you are planning to go topside, please make yourself presentable and avoid making trouble if possible.
So, what? Just so I know, to avoid it, what would trouble be?
I don't think I really need to explain what I mean. As I said, everything you need is here. If you really wish to go topside, you are free to do so, but you just may attract attention from the town guard, especially if you're doing anything untoward, shall I say.
Untoward? Sir, I'm offended. I do not know what gives you the impression that I would do anything untoward. However, I would probably avoid such a place because I find rich food gives me heartburn.
Look, I'm not trying to offend you in any way. I'm actually trying to do you a favour. You're obviously not from here, and you will stick out up there like a sore thumb, so eyes will be on you. That's all I'm saying.
That would be a terrible shame.
Indeed. So I expect the first 3 days paid up front.
I will pay him
That's 18 gold then.
18 gold, that's fine.
I shall return on the 3rd day if you're still here, and we can bring matters forward if necessary.
Wonderful, wonderful. Sorry, what was your name?
Oh, sorry, I did not introduce myself. My name is Harbour Master Hallador.
Harbour Master Hallador. Lovely. I do love alliteration. Well, Mr. Hallador, it has been an absolute pleasure doing business with you. Thank you so much for your advice and for being very professional in your bearing and demeanour.
Yes. Is there anything else you need?
All right now, but I'm sure I'll know where to find you if we need you.
Well, my office is just over there, and he points to the location marked 18 on the map.
18.
And he points towards his offices. Yes, if anything does come up, you will find me there most of the day.
Wonderful. It is so useful to know where to find people at any given time, isn't it?
Yeah, and as I said,
I-18 now.
yes, you are around there. 18 is actually down at the sea level rather than top level, if you know what I mean. We of course have an aerial map here, but the locations are not necessarily all on the topmost level. Makes sense?
Yes. Yeah. Wonderful.
So with that and your gold in his hand, he turns and leaves.
Great. Right then. I will go back to the ship. I will find out who in the crew needs to get some shy. I will have them do so. In the meantime, so who is left after getting out the exhausted ones?
I'm just going to have to start rolling now.
You can just make it up, just to say that, you know.
Yeah. It's how many people do you want?
Well, I just want to know who's left, because if it's like, you know, if there's only like 3 people who are still awake, then I'll need them, you know, to.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's a quarter of the crew, so there's only like 3 people who are like not wishing to immediately go to bed.
All right. Yeah, so I will. I'll gather them with me, and we'll sit up on deck, keep an eye on the gangplank, make sure no one, make sure no one comes snooping around where they shouldn't.
Okay, so you're just kind of chilling.
Yes.
Okay. Then you're free to do so. And you are left relatively undisturbed. Your place is paid for.
Anyone do any good card games?
The rest of us just all going to bed, yeah?
I assume so, yeah.
Ooh.
I've gone to bed.
Yeah, good. Yeah,
Fuck all you lot, I've gone to bed.
I'm definitely going to bed.
Okay. So, if you wish to do nothing else, except let the afternoon pass by, you are free to do so. And I guess as evening approaches, or the night, I should say, the rest of you may wake from your long rest.
Yay. We extinguish our exhaustion.
Yeah, if you've had a long rest, of course.
Yay. Burnt. Yay.
Fuck yes.
Wait.
But it is now the evening time, so...
Okay.
Torrin's getting up at like midnight, so...
Yeah, I mean, I assumed it's going to be closer to like 10 o'clock, so...
yeah, I'm still asleep.
Before anybody's actually rising.
Okay, what... Oh, actually, because Lani went to sleep at the same time as us as well, so... I guess he can... Are you gonna tell the crew what the situation is? Like what we're gonna do?
Yeah. Yes, as woken up and come back up to the ship, I gather at this point everybody would have kind of come back up as well after all having a long rest, and gather the crew onto the deck
And after everybody comes up, just kind of gives out a call and gathers everybody in, and then right crew. Obviously, we're here in this place, Little Opara. Quite a funky looking place, I think, if I do so say myself. And the plan as it stands at the moment is to sell off what we've got here, these items we got from that merchant ship, get ourselves a bit of money, and we'll then obviously pay you fine folk, give you some of the profits of the ship, and but what we wanted to do after a little discussion, we kind of said that we wanted to speak to all of you and see kind of what you lot wanted to do, I suppose. Realistically, we'd probably spend a few days here at least and look at a few avenues of money, well, not just money, but see whether we can make any profits here. Otherwise, maybe a few little jobs, a few thrill-seeking sort of things. But then the question comes that where we go from here, and open to suggestion, I suppose. Yeah, where do we stand at the moment? And this is kind of as well looking to Devvie and Torrin at the same time. I'm getting kind of like a little
I'm
bit
not
lost.
there. I'm asleep.
Okay, Torrin's still asleep. Looking
Yeah,
at Des,
I
Devvie,
ignored the shout.
Lanny's a little bit lost for kind of how much further to go and how much further to stay. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, or any of you lot, referring to the rest of the crew. I don't know about you, but if this whole rumour thing about us being pursued by a spectral pirate is any kind of truth to it, I would rather we deal with that sooner rather than later, because I don't want to be in the middle of a battle trying to take over another ship and then this ghostly fucker comes and sticks a spear up our arse, yeah?
I'd be inclined to agree with that.
What's the plan?
Well, that, my friend, is a work in progress. So I would suggest that you shut the fuck up, get paid, go off and do something while we figure out how to fix this little problem. Does that sound good?
Well, I guess that sounds fine for the moment.
I'll raise my hand kind of semi-apologetically and say, unless you've got any pertinent information that could help us figure out what to do. For example, and I'll look at everyone and I'll say, look, obviously these things have a certain folklore around them. If you lot know any rumours of any way to defeat this bastard, please let us know, because we don't want to have to end this whole pirating shenanigans after all we've been through on the account of some ghostly bastard chasing us down all the time. So if we can kick his ass and then get back to some semblance of normality, well, that would be preferable. And if you don't know the answers, might I suggest being a little bit helpful and going out into the town and gathering information where you can find it.
We'll go and ask around. And you see Sandara, and she kind of looks to Rosie and Johnny. So we can ask the locals if they know anything.
Yeah. Brilliant. I mean, Sandara, I was hoping you'd have a bit of insight or maybe know someone who would be able to give us tips on how to combat this thing. But yeah, any help is wonderful. Obviously, everyone's getting paid, so don't go running off too quickly. Oh, and also, so this place seems to have two levels of civilization, I guess. Cliffside and topside. if you're going to go topside, make yourself really presentable, mind your P's and Q's, and don't start any shit.
I've already had a little bit of a run-in with the Harbour Master. He seemed to think that my attire suggested that I was a bit of a rough one. I don't know where he got that idea from. But he did suggest that if we do go topside, then I should scrub up properly and don't start anything, because apparently the local plod will be taking an interest in anyone who looks like they might be in the mood for a bit of a rumble. So, you know, I would prefer that we didn't have to come and fish anyone out of the fancy fuckers clink. So if you're going to go up there, as my brother said, yeah, mind your nose.
Yeah. But also, if you hear of any avenues of income while you're dotted around that we can keep ourselves occupied with whilst we're landlocked for the time being, bring it to our attention and we will dole out the jobs. So, unless anyone else has got anything to add, is that it? I guess there's a tumbleweed floating past somewhere.
Yeah, there's no immediate response.
Lani, Des, anything?
No. I mean, you know, I am keen to break out and see what we can find in this little town. If anyone, speaking to the crew, if anyone is of any kind of fighting pits or anything like that, let me know. Yeah.
Yeah. Be nice to put a few more bets on that.
We did clean up pretty well last time.
Right. Well, if that's it, then yeah, off you go. Remember, you're representing this ship. Don't get in too much trouble. Come back here, and hopefully tomorrow during the day we will offload the plunder, and we'll be able to pay everyone. Until then, I guess your time is your own.
Okay.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, with the I was going to say order to leave, but with the permission to now leave, they do start to tentatively explore the area around, directly around the docks that you are. But none of them seem to be wanting to wander particularly far by the looks of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And some of them still just kind of hang around on the ship for the moment.
I'm gonna brush my neat new clean clothes down a bit. What did I find, by the way? Is it just like workwear, or?
It would have been a lot of workwear, yeah. I mean, there's as I said, it's nothing like nothing high class.
No, but I do look at least like clean and tidy, because they were new clothes, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, have you done a complete outfit change?
Yeah, so new boots, trousers, and a top. So I'm guessing it's just like simple, like a.
So you've kept your hat and jacket?
No, I'm putting them in my quarters for now.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, as I said, they are now cleaner, but I mean.
But I myself might need a bit of a clean up.
Yeah. No, I just meant the clothing is. I almost feel like your previous outfit had a little bit more panache, at least.
Oh yeah, but I'm just. You know what I mean? I'm guessing he's just feeling grubby and he needs to wash his regular outfit. So he's enjoying being in some nice crisp new cleanish clothes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like I said, boots, trousers, just like fresh shirts.
Yeah.
There would have been an abundance of.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's what I'm wearing, and I am going to step down the gangplank, and I'm going to explore. Does it look like businesses kind of stay open fairly late around here? Has it got almost like an all-nighter feel, or do they all tend to shut up?
I think any of the larger. Well, it's kind of hard to tell because you have no idea what's going on topside. But at least around the docks area at the moment, of course, some of the shops are going to be closing, but there are bars and entertainment places around. I mean, this is still technically a a large town within a pirate region. So it does work as such. As I said, there are a number of ships visiting, and the amenities there would cater for those.
Okay, cool.
Visiting. So at least where you are, it doesn't look like it's shutting down anytime soon.
Okay.
I mean, you're not going to be able to do any big trading or anything.
No. No, I'm just walking around getting a feel for the place. I've got, obviously, I've got my full contingent of daggers strapped around various parts of my body, but my dragon skin dagger is on my hip, and my cutlass is on the other. And I'm just walking around and generally taking it in, but I am also actively looking for a bathhouse that might also offer a shaving or barber's kind of deal.
Okay. Now, you will find one, but I mean, I think as you've kind of twigged already, this kind of on the lower end of this city, on the bottom side of this city, it's going to be cheap and standard at best.
Yeah, okay.
And I think, I'm going to be honest, I think most of the locales that I have for the city are on top side.
Okay, right.
But if you just want to get a shave and a freshen up, you can. If you want to actually visit a bathhouse, they won't have that here.
Okay.
Like I said, a lot of the buildings here are relatively small and cramped.
Yeah.
So anything with any size is going to be up on the actual...
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. In that case, I will just get a lay of the land, and then I'll go back to the ship. And because I've obviously had a long rest, I will set about actually giving my clothes a good wash.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Is there anything you want to do this evening?
I'm just going to go and have a look at some of the pubs that are closest to us. You know, not wandering off too far. But I'm going to do a little bit of reconnoitering, a little bit of asking around, asking if there's any kind of betting establishments in the area, potentially ones which have bets on fights that people might be able to, get involved with and such.
Why don't you give me an investigation check, I guess?
Oh, my. Investigation. Oh, that's not a good number.
Wow.
That'd be an 18.
Doesn't look too bad from here. So, wandering around and having a chat with some of the locals. Sorry, it wasn't gambling, it was just fighting you were looking for, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming that one will lead to the other.
Well, in terms of gambling, although there's no big gambling places in the area, most of the bars, there's places where you can find a place to play some cards or something, small-time gambling. But when you start to talk about actual fighting and prize fighting, it doesn't look like they have anything like at Shaduk's back at Blood Cave. But as the subject arises, you are informed that there is an arena in the town, and that they hold quite large-scale fights for very large crowds.
My.
Woohoo.
Oh my!
That's not like that's not just going to be like fisticuffs. It's not just bare knuckle boxing. They have
Gladiators.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Oh, I will inquire as to where this is.
Let me just check my list.
I think it helps.
So it is marked on the map. Number 16. Yeah. So you'd be given a rough description of where to find it on the central island. On the middle finger. And it's a big arena, mate. You can't miss it.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool. Thank you for your trouble. I'll buy whoever told me that a drink.
Oh, thank you, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Right then. Nice evening. And I shall wander back to the ship with a skip in my step. Oh, an actual arena. Fucking hell.
Nice.
Anybody else?
I presume Des would be coming back to the ship as I am waking up and coming on deck.
Yeah, sure. If you want to be waking up.
So I'd see him skipping along the deck along the dock. Sort of say to myself, "Oh, it's just fuck done now." As you're coming up the gangplank, what's made you so happy?
That's a fair assumption.
Yeah. I'll say 1 second. Oi, laddie.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. This place has an arena.
Oh,
Like
that
arena.
made you happy.
Oh
Okay.
my, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think I know where we. Well, obviously, business before pleasure. We will offload our cargo and we'll pay the crew and all that other boring fucking stuff. But as soon as that is dealt with, I am heading straight there.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think that could be fun.
Oh yeah.
I assume there's betting.
Oh well, I would hope so.
The previous lot of betting did us quite well.
Exactly.
We could have some fun with that.
However, they did make it out. They did make a point of saying this ain't no bare knuckle boxing stuff in the back alley. This is a proper arena. We will be facing people who have weapons and armor and all that bollocks.
Oh, good.
We? By we, you mean you two, right?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to force you into doing anything you don't want to, Torrin. I wouldn't, do anything like that.
I don't know how receptive they'd be to a lightning bolt up their ass if they're looking to fight with swords.
It depends on what kind of battles they have, I have heard tell of certain places that have wizardy dueling battles and arena-style fights.
I've never fought another wizard. That's terrifying. Let's not do that.
I'm sure the opportunity will present itself at some point.
I would rather it didn't. I'm quite happy being the best person with magic in a 100-mile radius, please. And other than that, I don't want to know.
Best person with magic so far.
Yeah, Des is definitely catching up to you, Torrin.
Are you, laddie? Can always count on you.
You will see a look that you have seen many times as the sparks in her eyes begin to flash.
There you go. See, laddie, when that starts happening, it means that you know you've done it right, but you need to stop now.
You two are going to be the death of me, aren't you?
I mean, if that is the case, then hopefully only temporarily.
Yeah. I haven't figured that out yet. So, bringing myself back from the dead is a little bit of a skill.
That's what Sandaris for. It's fine.
Also fair. Lani, are you staying on ship?
Yeah, for now, I don't think we can get rid of this, these items, this booty. I don't think we're going to be able to sell that on till tomorrow at least. So I think
No,
that's the job in the morning.
That's fair enough.
I'm not going anywhere for now. No.
I mean, I've slept, so I was going to have a wander. If or Des, you're just coming back, but do you want to have a wander about?
I could be convinced to go back out.
Does it take much convincing?
Nope.
Wonderful. Shall we?
Absolutely.
Where's your
bruv?
brother, anyway?
Yeah, I'm about to say, where's my brother gone?
You see me over the other side near the front of the ship, and I'm coming to the end of my my washing. I've got a washboard. I'm just giving my coat the last little once over before I hang it up.
Oh, he's off again. Since we were fucking kids, every couple of days we're doing this. Scrub, 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 scrub.
I shout over my shoulder, "It's called hygiene. You might want to try it sometime, you smelly bastard."
Tried it once, didn't like it, didn't take.
I'm going to sniff my own armpits. Like, I'm good. I smell better than those fucks in that cabin.
It's very good for you, Devvie.
See? For once, bruv, I think I've got you outnumbered.
Well, be that as it may, I like being unique in that case, and I'll just, as I'm finishing up, I'll hang my coat up next to my soggy hat, and I'll pat my hands dry on something, and then I'll say, right, might as well come with you. There's no way I'm getting to sleep this time of night anyway.
Oh, I've got the wrong spell. Oh, that's annoying.
Dang.
I thought I had a spell that would have made things quite amusing, but I don't. Oh well. That's for another day, I suppose.
It's all right. We can amuse ourselves with the fact that I think my brother just referred to himself as a eunuch.
What?
You said you were unique, and I am purposely misunderstanding what you said.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what words he'd used. Yeah.
Jokes are always best when you have to explain them afterwards.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Oh, there's a kraken! Kraken in the sea!
You can fuck off.
Then hygiene, and then there's that, Torrin. Jeez.
I need more drink.
I don't think you do.
Who's coming with me? That wine I've had in there, it just doesn't taste right. I need some dirty beer. Who's coming?
You're all right, fine.
Yeah, let's go.
And I'm gonna have a little wander with two boys looking for a pub, but also
I think Landis came as well, didn't he?
Lanny was staying on ship, wasn't he?
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was coming. All right.
Lanny will stay.
I've got a brother on either side, and I am heading towards some bars, or a bar, or whatever. But while I'm there, can we see a notice board or something that would have a wanted criminals thing on it, or just, usual, just a gossip board of some kind?
Got bored.
Not down here.
Would I see anywhere that I could think could be? Are there any bars that look like they are advertising anything in the windows or whatever?
What do you mean by advertising? What do you mean advertising something?
Just anything. Any posters, any flyers, any... If you see this man, don't go near him because he'll kill you, kind of thing. Or looking for work, or hey, if you want to learn guitar, contact Billy. Like, that usual shit.
No, fuck Billy. He's an asshole.
I don't want to fuck Billy.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
Perception check. Let's see if I'm any good at that today. That would be a no. With a 6, a natural 2 for a 6. I can see fuck all.
The only thing you do see, because it's very obviously plastered on the corner of one of the buildings, is an advertisement for what appears to be the arena in town. By the looks of it, there is an event coming up in 4 days.
That is an interesting thing to note.
Hurry.
I will point that out to the brothers and say, "Hey, that arena's got something coming up in a few days.
Oh.
Something we want to look at."
How fortuitous.
I would say so. I think we should be inquiring tomorrow, because if there's some sort of sign-up or entrance fee, then we need to know about it.
Absolutely. We should have a look and see what we can do. And we also need to sell shit, and I need to find a magic shop, and maybe some more armor for my charges. Only 2 of them have got armor at the moment. And if we're going to go out and fight things, I'd rather they be a bit more useful. But, yeah, could be fun. What do you boys reckon? Should we find some beer?
Beer's always good.
Yeah.
Well,
Beer
actually, no, that's actually a complete lie. I have known beer to be very not good at times.
Well, you can keep me away from the shit stuff then.
Right. You seem oddly chipper, Torrin.
I've had sleep,
Oh, beer.
and I'm on dry land. I might be able to find a girl to go home with.
Yeah, not if I ever do with it.
You know what? Sometimes I do forget that we're actually just a bunch of landlubbers playing pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sea's nice, but solid ground and just life. Not being in the same sort of 100 foot square with the same people for however long. It ain't been long this time, but shit, being on with Harrigan and then with Plug, it was a while. And there were some fucking horrible people.
Yeah.
It's nice. See the new places. Experience new things. Those fucking weird birds. Damn, they're fun.
Yeah.
That'd make you a nice coat.
Yeah.
Colourful.
Very colourful. Yeah.
Yeah. Wonder what kind of drink I can make out one of them feathers.
That is not my first thought.
Talking about drink, and I step off.
Oh, I thought we were walking the entire time.
I imagined we were kind of meandering, but I am now walking with purpose.
All right.
I will catch up.
As well I.
Drink.
So,
So I have a
Are
higher
you-
bonus than both of you.
are you wanting to head to an actual bar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I would like drinking, ladies. Oh, I had a proper long rest. I get all my spell slots and shit
Yes,
back.
yes.
Oh, that's fun.
You do, now that you're walking a little bit further away, you do spy a locale. It seems to be double story actually, which seems to be a bar that caters for visitors rather than locals. It appears to be adjacent to a brothel. Yeah, it's called the Bloody Thorn.
Thorn. Which number's that?
Fawn.
That's just where you are. It's close to.
Oh, okay. It's not. Okay.
Not a place of note.
Okay. Cool. Right. So I guess we're going there. If it's that kind of place that caters to visitors rather than locals, I will just kind of hush over my shoulder. I'll be like, "Right, I know places like this. Keep an eye on your coin purse, all right?"
Yeah.
Always do. To the inside of my coat.
I am almost open that someone tries.
I mean, it would be fun, but we've been here for 12 hours. I'd rather not have a fight immediately.
Now, let's try a different tack here.
I believe that is 10 hours more than it took us to get in a fight last time we made land.
Exactly. I just want to drink. I want to drink and maybe have a lady sit on my face.
Oh, you know. I'm not saying I'm looking for trouble, but if trouble happens to come looking for me, then I am not going to turn it away.
I mean, yeah, we deal with trouble if it finds us, but let's not look for it. And I'm going to push into the doors.
Yep.
Okay. It has this like large reinforced wooden door, which when it's closed, it almost seems to completely block out any of the sound from within. But as you pull to open it, it does fairly easily open in your hand, and as it does so, the sounds of the bar immediately come towards you, and you're free to enter.
Are there tables? Is it just the bar and a couple of chairs? What are we looking at here?
Yeah, there are tables. As I said, it's not going to be like a large square room, because that's just simply not how the buildings work here. It's much longer than it is wide.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I've been in some fun bars like that.
Sounds like the crowbar. Well, the crowbar that was.
No.
R.I.P. crowbar.
Seemed to go around a corner at one point, but as I said, the main part of this bar is a relatively long, relatively narrow affair, and it actually has like little cubbies, like
booths.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, it seems to have booths which compromise a large section of the bar, at least on one side.
We'll look for an empty booth and see if there's a waitress, or whether it's go to the bar and grab your shit.
If you don't see a waitress or anybody waiting tables, so you can only assume that this is a go to the bar affair.
Fair enough. All right, lads. I suppose I'll get the first round.
Gracious. I will have whatever beer that doesn't taste like shit.
And you?
I will have their best whiskey.
Right. So, a not shit beer, a best whiskey, and something in the middle for me. Lovely. And I will go to the bar, but while I am going to the bar, has anybody clocked us walking in?
Good point.
With a particular interest?
Can you give me a perception check?
Yes.
Did I also do that?
Sure.
Mine's a 17.
Okay.
Oh, a 12. Wow, I didn't roll very good, did I?
So, the place isn't particularly busy. There are definitely people there, and a number of the booths are currently occupied, but there is the odd booth that is not occupied. Torrin, you've now headed up to the bar. You see that there is a halfling working there, it would seem, and he glances towards you, and you see that he's definitely saw you, but he, for the moment, just kind of carries on with what he was doing, and you're left to just kind of wait, and as you do, you kind of turn around and kind of take in the bar, as it were. Devvie, you're doing the same thing, but from your position within the booth, your vision is simply restricted for at least half of the actual of the room.
Okay.
So you don't get a great look, but Torrin, as you're kind of turning, you're like scanning, trying to do it subtly. You reach a booth which has a sole figure sat within it. He is wearing what looks like a cloak with a large hood, and the hood is up so that his face is completely concealed, and you can see he's smoking like a long, very long, thin pipe which is currently in his mouth, and as he draws in his breath, the tobacco embers up and illuminates his face slightly, just so that you can make out his features for a moment, and you can see the reflection in the glint of his eyes, and he seems to be staring directly at you.
DM, can I just do a perception check? Are there 4 hobbits nearby commenting on how big the beers are?
Give me a perception check.
There is a halfling behind the bar.
That was a joke.
No, there are 4 Goliaths, though, complaining how small the pints are.
Love it. Wonderful.
Quite the opposite.
I will, I won't look at him for any particular amount of time. We'll just notice that he is there and staring a hole through me. I'll turn away and quietly, by my side, sort of make a couple of hidden hand motions next, covered by my coat, and I'm going to cast Detect Magic. Because with my long rest, I prepared it as an actual spell, not as a ritual. So, anything within 30 feet for 10 minutes, I can.
Is this with the intent to see if he has anything?
This is the intent of anything within the bar and the people that are in here, which will include him.
Okay. Okay. You cast your spell. Discreetly, I assume.
Yes.
And as you kind of turn back to him, you do pick up an aura coming from his direction. I'm never fucking sure. I guess it's just enchantment.
It depends what it does. I sent that thing into our chat.
Yeah, you very helpfully sent the thing, and the problem is I didn't save it, and now I'm going to have to go so far back to find it.
For the people at home, we have a Facebook chat, as most people do, for various different groups, and I sent a lovely little thing that just says what type of magic does what.
Yes. Evocation blows stuff up.
Yeah, evocation blows shit up. You've got all the lovely things. If I go into here, view media and files,
It might be quicker.
I've got it. Abjuration protects stuff. Illusion makes stuff seem like other stuff. Enchantment makes things do stuff. Divination, know all the stuff. Evocation, destroy stuff. Also heal stuff, because healing spells are evocation. Transmutation, change stuff into other stuff. Necromancy, creepy stuff. Conjuration, make stuff appear.
It might be evocation then.
Ooh.
Can you send that to me again, please?
I am...
For some reason, I struggle to remember.
I'm going to share it directly with you, my friend. So then you can save the thing.
Thank you very much. Okay, but that's all you pick up for the moment. At this point, the halfling barkeeper finally arrives to you. And he doesn't actually say anything, he just kind of raises the eyebrows, nods slightly, with the universal gesture of, yeah, what do you want?
Hello, mate. We'll have a good whiskey, a not shit beer, and we'll have an okay beer.
Isn't that basically the same as a not shit beer?
Yeah, I was going to say something similar. A not shit beer and an okay beer.
There's shit, there's not shit, there's okay, and then there's good.
Okay.
All right.
Thus is the hierarchy, according to Nate.
The what?
And then the best is at the end. I ain't buying him the best whiskey, I'm buying him a good whiskey.
All right. Okay.
I'm cheap.
He basically...
I've got much more important things to spend my gold.
He basically says, yeah, you can do that, and he returns with a few drinks. That's going to cost you 3 silver.
Much obliged. And if I may, the patron over my shoulder with the pipe, know anything about him?
He has to kind of tiptoe slightly to get a look. Oh, yeah, I don't know. He's been here a few days. I've not seen him before.
Yeah. Has he been alone all the time, or has he just been particularly shifty and sitting on his own?
Yeah, he just sits there on his own most of the time. He's
Got
some
it.
sort of a hunter or something. I don't know.
Lovely. Another weirdo giving me an eye. Great. All right, and I'll give him 4 silver. So, cheers for the info, boss.
All right, thank you.
Where's me money? Everything's in gold. Why is everything in gold?
Do some conversions.
Yep. Yeah, okay. And I said 4 silver.
You return to the booth?
I do return to the booth with the drinks. I will put them down, say, I don't know what's in them, don't ask. We'll see how they go, and who the fuck knows. Also, some fucker was giving me the eye. Just thought I'd let you know. Barman didn't know anything about him. He turned up a couple of days ago and kept himself to himself. Might have just been looking at me weird because I'm a chick.
Whereabouts?
Booth, 4 back.
I will
On his own with a pipe.
I just have one of them faces.
Yes. I'll glance over.
I ain't paying him no mind.
I won't
I
worry.
get weird looks everywhere I go.
Yeah, I won't worry about it. He probably looks like that. Everyone that comes in, anyone that sits there on his Todd for bloody ages, you know. Certain personality. Leave him be.
Yeah, I ain't worried. And I got you 2 fucks as well.
Absolutely.
One guy ain't gonna be stupid enough to tangle with 3 of us.
I mean, you know, it's entirely possible that the scariest thing in this bar right now is us.
Entirely possible, but I would never assume.
I'm fairly confident with that. But we shall have to see. Oh, cheers, lads.
Raise my glass and clink to that.
So the Bloodwake on our first official voyage.
Not a bad one.
Not a bad one indeed.
Official conflict at sea, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did quite well.
Not bad at all.
I did feel bad though.
I
They didn't really put up much of a fight.
yeah, I think we were either very lucky or we just picked a really soft target. It was a bit.
I mean, a little bit of both.
I don't want this to instill within us any false sense of superiority. We've got to keep on our toes, you know. Never assume it's going to be that easy.
Not at all. But that Dragonborn took my lightning bolt straight in the chest and didn't fucking move. Kiliax, that was his name.
Yeah.
That protector of that captain. Yeah, he was an interesting one. I'm gonna remember him.
Lady
He
Ozira.
was a strong one.
Yeah. They'll stick in my mind for a while. Well, they will, because they were our first mark.
Absolutely.
They'll never forget your first, they say.
I will
Still,
drink to them whenever I can.
still not sure about that loon lass who's joined us, though.
We'll
I
have
mean,
to.
we haven't really tested her yet, have we?
No, we'll have to ask Rosie and Sandara what they reckon of it.
Well, I chatted to Sandara, and she said there was nothing untoward. She seemed eager to learn and just generally curious.
That makes me even more suspicious.
I don't know why. I mean, she ain't fucking dangerous.
People would probably say the same thing about you, just by glancing at you.
True. I don't get any vibes from her. She just seems like she's... I don't know. She's a half-elf. So, I don't want to say stereotypes, but broken home. Dad probably turned up, fucked a human and then left.
I mean, that is horribly stereotypical. You have no idea if it was the other way around.
I have no idea. But I mean, shit. We're all pirates now, aren't we?
Yeah.
We just make the life out of it. She had a shit job and a shit life, and now she's working with us.
I mean, it didn't sound like her life was all that shit on that previous ship, to be perfectly honest.
I mean,
it just sounded like she was bored.
That's fair.
Yeah. Maybe it
Who the
was.
fuck knows?
Maybe it was a little bit too soft for her. You know, some people do like a bit of danger, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it. It's been pretty good for us so far, hasn't it?
So far, it's early days. I'm just gonna sit back here and just enjoy the ambience.
Right, well, I am putting it out here now to both of you. When it turns out that she is the living embodiment of some sort of ancient deity here to ruin the world, and is in fact the thing that I have been sent here by our patron to stop in stopping destroying the shackles, then I will say, I'll just before she annihilates us all.
Don't worry, I'll just stab her in the face if that happens.
Oh, sure, that'll work, yeah.
Job's a good
Lightning
one.
bolt to the butt. Usually works.
Yeah,
We haven't found anything that can survive a lightning bolt yet.
Well, I mean, you literally just said that.
Kiliax.
I mean, he survived.
Which is exactly what you just said, yes.
Fine. Bad choice of words. We haven't seen anyone that can take a lightning bolt like it's nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Again, you just said that about Kiliax.
I mean, she didn't say nothing.
No. He survived. I hit him with a lightning bolt and he fucking dropped his sword and went, nope, I'm done.
Which is the expected response when you get hit by a lightning bolt.
Absolutely.
My mistake. Must have just been concentrating on this okay whiskey. Yeah, wait a minute, I asked for the best one.
Hey, that's good whiskey. Fuck you.
Alright,
I will take a sip of my beer. How is the beer, DM?
Which one was yours?
How was
The not shit.
Yes, the not shit one.
It's not shit.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, it's perfectly adequate beer. It's alright.
This is the most perfectly adequate beer I have ever tasted. If I was put in a room with this beer and like 5 other beers and asked to pick this out from a lineup, I wouldn't be able to. That's how adequate it is.
You're welcome.
No, it's just what I ordered.
Exactly. You're welcome.
DM, I'd like to do a perception to see whether our mate in the corner is looking over our way or whether he is not.
Well, then.
Indeed, just a dickhead in a booth.
Yeah. Perception.
the local edgelord.
We've all known a few of those.
Oh yeah. That's going to be a nut. Oh no, I've lost my thing. Ah.
It's at 9. You rolled a 9.
It's a 9.
9.
Yeah, he's sat there with his back against the wall. His shoulders square, facing what's for him forward, and you guys are kind of off to an angle. As I said, he's wearing quite a large hood which is covering his face. His head is looking straight, but you can't tell which way he's actually looking.
Was I able to tell what was giving the magic aura off?
I don't think it's that specific that it's a specific item, or is it not? Yeah, you can use it actually.
Around any creature or object?
The problem is I don't think the object would have been directly visible.
That's fine. Then I would have just got the aura.
He would have had a pack. He would have had a pack under the table, from which you could sense the aura. But I don't think
something in a pack and not something he's wearing. That's fine. That's all I need to know.
Oh yeah. It was definitely something separate from his body.
Oh, one other quick thing.
Yeah.
He's got something magic on him. That prick in the corner.
Don't we all?
I mean, yeah, but well, he's the only one in the bar, so other than us.
All right.
Just a precautionary spell when I walked in.
Oh, right. I see. All right, yeah, fair
just
enough.
to see, you know, I done my thing so I can see where magic things are.
Right.
And he's got something in his pack. So you know, just a thing. I mean, I do it when we go into most places. What was that bar with that fit redhead? Oh, the Rusty Kraken. Yeah, with a Mako. Oh, hey, you stole her from me, you prick. Well, not steal, but you.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, hold on.
Stopped me from having her.
I believe the term was beaver damned.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Merkel alive, I'm gonna kill you one day.
I'm going to make it a thing. I am going to make that a thing.
A Mako at the Rusty Kraken, she had a magic ring. And that's not a euphemism.
Well, you don't know that. She might have.
She might have. I would have loved to have found out.
Right, that
While
seems
you guys
to be
are chatting
the...
about Miko's ring. Lanny, what are you doing in this
on
time?
the internet.
So Lanny back at the ship is just keeping an eye on what's going on. And one thing I would like to do is, a while back, I think it was Devvie got some coconuts for Lanny.
Yes.
And with that, I would attempt to try and I would open them up and get some of the coconut milk out, and I would like to start with the experience that I have in attempting to start to make a moonshine with them.
Do you have a kit?
I do have a poisoner's kit with me, but I don't know whether. So I've got vials. I've got vials and stuff. I don't know whether that would be viable, but no, I don't have a brewer's kit or anything.
I mean, pretty sure moonshine is basically just poison anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's one way of putting it. And I actually know it's actually very easy to make alcohol with coconuts. I feel... Oh, fuck it. You just want to make some moonshine.
Yeah.
Okay, as I said, I'm actually pretty sure you can literally just make a hole in a coconut and leave it, and it will turn into alcohol.
Yeah, probably.
I'm pretty sure that works. You literally just puncture a hole in it and let it sit there, and it ferments. And as I said, you're not making anything spectacular here. So yeah, if using the knowledge of your peoples, and I mean they wouldn't have had any fancy equipment there. Yeah, you can prepare the coconuts in a way, possibly using some apparatus from your kit, which will, in a few days at least, make you some coconut moonshine.
Cool. And that's it, really. So I would just spend time doing that, boring some holes in the coconuts and putting them somewhere, and then has made a sign in his best scribble, has written, "Do not touch." But touch is spelled T-U-C-H.
Nice.
And where are these?
I'd say they're below deck in either in the hold or maybe in the kitchen. Maybe if I've gotten crew to put them somewhere in the kitchen, maybe.
Okay, fair enough.
I will say, because we left the bar scene fairly quickly. As soon as the conversation went south of the belt, Dev would have finished up his drink and headed back to the ship.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say, if that's all that Lani was wanting to do, I was going to jump back to you guys in the bar, see if there's anything else you want to do there specifically.
I'm already gone.
I'll periodically be keeping an eye on our mate in the corner, but otherwise just knocking back a few. Nothing too mental, because I'm aware that I didn't get much sleep last night, so I will be wanting to get back and sleep properly before too long.
If you're keeping an eye, I assume you'd be keeping an eye on him as you're there. He seems to barely move. He occasionally puffs on his pipe, and he very occasionally takes a sip from the drink that is placed on the table in front of him. But other than that, he seems to remain almost motionless the entire time that you're there.
Does my grave sense ping on him?
No, it does not.
Fair. That's all right.
He
Just
has
thought
a
I'd check.
pulse.
He's an army.
I would. How long are you thinking about staying here, Desi?
Not a great deal of time, to be perfectly honest.
I mean, you
starting
need to
feel the-
sleep. I'm
I'm starting to
fucking
feel the
awake.
effects.
I think I might just have a wander about the town for a little bit if you're going back at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to insult you by saying, "Oh, you're a long lady like yourself shouldn't be going around by herself." But I know that
Because
you
you're
will,
smart enough not to.
indeed, because I know that you will fry the bollocks off anyone who tries to do anything to you.
Absolutely.
However, I would be remiss if I did not to say, don't wander off too far. Keep your keep your senses, keep an eye out, all right?
Yeah, I'm only having a couple and having a wander. I ain't getting pissed. I've only been up for an hour. I can't get pissed yet.
Yeah.
That's
Don't be at home to Mr. Cock Up, all right?
I'll be fine. I had a good sleep, so I got my strength about me. If things go pear shaped, I can get out of anything quickly.
All right. Well, that being the case, then I shall bid you good hunting and good night.
I'll see if I can find any shops that might look like they'll take some of our wares, so we don't have to waste time in the morning.
Yep. All right. With that, good night.
I'll see you in the morning.
Yep.
I will sit alone at my table. And I will purposefully look at the man. And see if anything happens. Whether he holds my eye contact or whether he looks away.
As I said, it's kind of difficult to know exactly where he's looking, but he remains for the most part almost motionless. He'll stop at one point to repack his pipe, and other than the occasional sipping of a drink, he doesn't really do anything. And even if he notices you looking at him,
Completely lost you there, Sean.
Yeah, you want to say that one again?
where did you lose me?
At the beginning.
After packing pipe.
Yeah, okay. After, other than occasionally taking a sip of his drink, that's all he really does. And if he has noticed you looking at him, he makes no sign that it's a bother to him.
Fair enough. I'll order a couple more drinks as the time slowly ticks by, and I'll go back to the bar at another point. Probably closer to 4 in the morning now. I've just been very slowly sipping these beers, enjoying my time. I
think by 4, I don't know if they would stay open that late. I think if you're there that long, by around 2 or 3, they're going to start to start shutting down.
Fair. That's all right then. If they are starting to shut down, I would say my thanks, and I would head out the door. But I would then attempt to just slip into a darker corner, or like a bench or something out the front, and I'll cast Disguise Self on myself.
Okay.
And just make myself look like a randomer that I would have seen in Port Peril. Just some random bloke.
Okay.
And I'll look a little bit drunk on a bench and I'm just gonna watch the door and see when he comes out and which direction he goes.
Okay.
This mystery man.
Okay, you don't have to wait too long. And you see him exit the building. He still has his hood up. He is now carrying a relatively large traveler's pack on his back. He's wearing a cloak, but that does not disguise the fact he does have a sword on his side. And within the pack, you can see there is a longbow stowed away.
Fair.
He leaves the bar and travels not too far down the street, where there seems to be a location which offers short-term accommodation. So just like rooms, basically.
Okay.
And he enters.
I will wait 5 minutes, and if I don't see him come back out again, I will have a wander. I'll keep the disguise up, and I will just start wandering towards some of the places that maybe we could offload plunder to. Just having a little look around, keeping an eye out.
Okay.
Maybe looking for a magic shop.
If you want to head up, for example, onto the first main island, I can tell you what you see if you wander around there a little bit.
Sure. I don't suppose I need to be particularly well dressed at 3 in the morning if I'm having a little drunken wander around.
If you head up and wander, you will see town guard, a couple, but it's night. They seem to be just keeping an eye on the streets. They're wearing some like a blue and green quartered tabard,
Right.
carrying shields with like a red lion emblem on it. And they do see you. They kind of. You've seen that they've seen you. They do acknowledge you slightly, keep a little bit of an eye on you, but they don't seem overtly suspicious of you.
Lovely.
So if you've headed up where one is marked on the map, there is a gangway which heads up to the top level. The first... Sorry, I need to take a sip because my...
Go for it.
my throat suddenly got very cracked.
Intermission.
The first large building you see there is a large traders, it would seem, called Trader Rose.
Lovely.
Number 1, did you say?
Yeah, that's number 1.
What's it called?
And this is Trader Rose.
Trader Rose.
Yeah, and this is where you see the town guard. They're kind of hanging around there, and but they let you pass. They don't. It's not like you're not allowed to be up here or anything. This is actually now has a stone-walled building rather than all of the wooden buildings you would have seen up till now. Yes, as you head a little bit further, the 17 is a large white building, and this seems to be the headquarters of the town guard. To the north of that, there seems to be a large town square, which also seems to function as a trader's square. So this might be somewhere where you can come tomorrow to get rid of some of your goods.
Okay.
If you head south from there, we have the number 4, which is looks like an alchemist's.
That could be interesting for...
It's called Gigi's Tinctures.
These tinctures.
Yeah.
All right.
2 is it's called the Fox's Armor and Shields.
Okay, that'll be useful for me getting some more chainmail.
And 3 is Ellie's Extraordinary Blades, which seems to be a weaponsmith.
Fair.
Number 3, was that?
Yep. As I said, that's what you would see on this main island.
Excellent.
No, there's no magic shops.
Not that you see on this section.
How long is it taking me to sort of get up here and wander around a bit?
I mean, it's not a huge place. I'd say maybe like 15 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, I assume you're just kind of at a leisurely pace, just kind of
Yeah, just having an amble.
looking at the streets. Yeah.
Can I get any further before people start?
If you want to, I mean, this seems to be more like a these are like shops. I mean, there are of course other shops, but these are just the noticeable ones. But these are.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like a residential area at all.
Okay.
You don't know what are on the other islands, but I mean, this is a place of business.
Let's look for more shops. Let's have more of a wander.
Which way are you going?
Another one of the big islands.
Okay. If you go straight across to the number 7.
East from 2 towards 7, yeah.
Number 7 is the Copper Chalice. This sells fine clothing.
Ah.
Yep.
Number
That'll be one
9.
that maybe Captain and Devvie could use.
I'd definitely be up for that.
Number 9 is the Blooming Rose Theatre.
A theatre.
Don't go to the theatre.
13 is a temple. It is the Church of Waapu.
How do you spell that, sorry?
Waukeen.
Okay, yeah.
Heading north
Do
from
I
there.
know who that is?
I don't know. Make a religion check. Oh, I've run out of liquid.
And get some more. Fine.
A 19 on a religion check.
Then yes, you have definitely heard of this. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I assume it's Waapu.
Walking. Wow.
Waapu. Yeah.
I guess it doesn't really matter. It's your game. You can pronounce it how you like.
Yep.
But yeah, you would know that this
You
is.
can call him Wonky Donkey for all he cares.
This is a deity of commerce, business, wealth,
Okay.
trade.
A deity
kind of-
you don't want to piss off in this particular place, then.
Yeah, I mean, merchants. I think merchants of any kind would be interested in her, as well as any sort of wealthy owners of anything, investors, accountants, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Might be worth having a bit of a visit to that before we sell our plunder.
So heading north from there, very obviously you reach the arena, it would seem. That's number 16 on the map.
Yes, that one is interesting.
Number 8 is a sculptor's guild.
Okay.
Wooden sculpture, it would seem.
Just the wooden kind.
6 is a very fancy looking tavern. It's called the Candle of Ice.
Ooh.
The Candle of Ice.
Yep, that was number 6.
Yep.
Number 5 is called Chorga's Quill. You seem to have reached a small arcane quarter. This is a spell scribe of sorts, it would seem. This certainly piques your interest as you pass. Of course, the lights are off. It's hard to see what's inside, but you see the telltale signs of scrolls.
And arcane materials and all of the lovely fun things.
exactly.
Yes. Cool. Good to know.
And if you reach 21, you see what appears to be a bathhouse, but it is currently closed.
I will note that for our particularly prim and proper fire.
I might add, it seems to be quite a large, decent one.
Good to know. Having found what I'm looking for, let's wander over the bridge towards 12 and start heading back down the way.
Okay, 12 is also more market and shop area, it would seem. 12 itself seems to be a relatively large wine market.
Ooh. That could be fun. Have some good wine instead of the okay wine that I've got here on the ship. What time is sunrise in this place?
In the morning.
Am I close to sunrise?
Well, I was going to say, if you're heading back now, yes.
Fair. I will, I'll stop off, just before we get onto the docks and just have a little sit and watch the sun come up. If it's a close thing. Sunrise from a new city. Or a new town. And we'll, yeah, that sounds quite nice. And then I'll get onto the ship and find someone that's doing a watch, I'm sure, or I'm hoping.
I'm sure somebody's up. I mean, most people slept until the evening, so...
Yeah, I'm hoping someone has had the good sense to stay on board and watch the ship.
Sun rises.
I'll, yeah. And I will wait for my compatriots to wake up so we can go exploring and sell our plunder and get some fucking gold.
I think what Dev would have done when he got back to the ship was he would have forced himself to lay down again and have a bit of a nap to see if he can get back into a normal sleeping pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So it might not be like a short rest or anything like that, but he's just trying to trying to get his body rhythms back in.
Yeah. Okay, but I assume the rest of you are all getting up? Mm-hmm. Doing something similar? So, you all find yourself together on deck, and you may decide what you want to do with your day.
So I found a load of shops that you fucks might like. I'm just talking to the officers at this point. So, there's a bladesmith and an armorsmith, and there was a really nice bathhouse that you might like. But I mean, not like a bathhouse, like a nice bathhouse.
Sounds like just what I need.
I did find the arena. That was fun. That looks fucking big and fancy, so we can make some money there. Couple of markets that we can sell some goods at. I think we might get some good prices over there. I found a shop for my particular needs, so I can get some more spell components. There was a tailor. So, just some bits and bobs here and there. Oh, and I followed that creepy bastard. Fucking bird. I did follow that creepy bastard, and he went into it's like a halfway house, just like a pay for a room kind of thing. I stayed until close, and he sort of wandered out behind me, didn't say anything, didn't do anything.
Sounds to me like he's waiting for someone to turn up.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, those fucking birds. Fucking weird. If you get one of them, kill it and make a coat, because it might look good.
I wonder what it would taste like.
Oh, that's a good shout. We'll find out what it tastes like as well.
Well, if we find one, I'll catch it. Are we allowed? Are they protected?
Well, you see, that's something we can find out in our information gathering.
People protect birds? What's wrong with you?
Well, you know,
They protect birds on your island?
some places have like a national animal. Could be a bird.
Bet you anything that those hoity-toity fuckers up on the top probably think of these birds as being theirs. And if you go around fucking with them, then they'll probably start fucking with you.
Oh, that's fucking dumb, isn't it? You're right, but it's dumb.
I mean, we would animals were treated quite highly, and obviously they had their purpose as meat and as keeping us alive. Certainly, we treated them well while they were. But I don't know; these might just be more for looking pretty rather than for eating.
Oh, shit. Find a pub. They'll probably sell them. If they're for eating, a pub will sell it.
Yeah, true.
I mean, any idea what they're called?
No.
Shiny bird.
Colourful loud fucks.
Yeah, shiny loud fuck bird.
Yeah, one of them.
Short to fuckbird for brevity.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Ah, fucking, yeah, fuck bird. Every time it makes
Ah.
a noise, I say fuck.
Yeah, fuck bird.
Wow.
Those fucking weird things. They make too much noise.
Right, I assume that Torrin has told Dev where he can find the points of interest that he would be interested in.
Yeah.
Well, I presume we're all going to go up in that direction together, and if you want to go in something, I'll just fucking leave you there.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Right, Torrin, I think then we head to. You said there was like a market or something.
Yeah, I found a couple of them. They looked promising. Obviously, it was all fucking shut, but we can have a look.
Yeah. Well, like we said, first place to go then. Let's look at that.
Should we tell the crew what we're doing? Should we get them all to wait here so that we can come back and give them some pay?
I think that would be what they are after, yeah.
Right.
And also, you know, if someone wanders off, then the next thing you know, that one person comes back and no one else has got paid, and then they're like, oh, why did I get paid? And you say, well, if you weren't here, Darren, then, you know, you would actually get paid, but you wouldn't. You fucked off somewhere else, you idiot. And now we have to go and do the whole thing again. No. Make sure everyone is here at the same time, everyone gets paid at the same time, and then we don't have to worry about it.
You have a lot of angst in you. Are you okay? Did Darren hurt you? Who the fuck's Darren?
Being rhetorical.
I mean, I thought you were just annoying. Yeah, fuck you. Alright, thaumaturgy the bell! Hey, my magic works. I like it.
It sounds like it should be the name of some sort of D&D themed kind of post-rock band. Like, Thaumaturgy the Bell.
For whom the bell thaumaturges?
Oh.
Oh, really? Fuck you guys. So, we will sound the bell, we will grab the crew, and we'll say, don't fucking move, we're gonna get you fucking money.
Okay. I'll just say, okay, yeah.
Okay.
They all say okay exactly in as one. It's very creepy.
Yeah.
Fuck
Sorry,
it out.
I'm wilting slightly. The Red Bull has stopped working.
Oh,
The wings have fallen off.
Yeah. But no, of course, they agree to your orders. Not like they have a choice, but yeah. So they'll just hang around on the ship until you return, basically.
sounds good to me. And thus we look to sell our plunder.
Okay, so if you want to head up to the Trader Square, that's probably the best place you can get rid of your plunder. Now, I did not mention this last time, but it's going to take the most part, like a large part of the day, to get rid of 1 point of plunder.
Yep.
Per person.
I would have borne mentioning before, yes.
Yeah, well, no, we this came up before. You sold plunder before, and I didn't.
Yeah.
I forgot this. So it basically takes time for you to make all the necessary deals and the trading required to sell a point of plunder. So basically, you can have one person do it over the next 4 days, or you can all four of you do a point each today.
Okay.
But it's going to take you into the afternoon to get that all sorted out, all of this business.
All right. And
Probably just get it all done today and get it figured out, because in 4 days' time it'll be the arena.
Yeah.
If we get it all done now, we can then let our crew go off and do some things, and we're not stuck doing shit, trying to sell crap.
yeah.
Okay.
So if we all want to pitch in, we can get it all done in 1 day.
Okay. So if you're heading up here now, again, there is a town guard presence. And they do give you a look. They are clocking your presence, but there is no... They seem to have no issue with you being there as such. But you do see them taking note of you. But again, this does appear to be more of a business-orientated area.
And we're here to do legitimate business.
Exactly. So they don't seem to be having much issue with you at the moment. You are slightly out of... just by your appearance, you are slightly out of place. Although, now that you're looking around and you're seeing some of the locals... could I have... Who would even pick up on this? Devvie, could I have an insight check, please? Or a perception check?
Yes, you can. My passive...
Perception, please.
My passive perception is 18, but I'll do a roll.
Oh, it's 18. Okay. I'm just going to say, because this is something that you would notice.
Yeah.
Now that you're looking around, you are seeing some very well-dressed people.
Uh-huh.
But as you get closer, and you see just like the little telltale signs. They are maybe wearing like an expensive coat, but it's like not the newest coat.
It's a little bit of a facade.
Yeah, and you see like some fur trim, and you're like, is that? You start to question about what the source of that fur might actually be. Maybe the most expensive thing, and you
it's
kind of
definitely not mink. It might be a dog.
Exactly, and you start to get the sense that kind of like similar to how this town is set up, with like this kind of working class underground, but this kind of top layer of
upper crust.
What's the word? Upper crust. Yeah, but literally like an upper crust.
Yeah.
You kind of get the sense like this also kind of applies for the people. The people there. There's this appearance of wealth and glamour, but it often seems to be only like on the surface.
Yeah.
And if you look very deeply, maybe these people aren't all that. Not quite as rich as they would like to appear to be.
They're hiding some more kind of threadbare bits underneath, kind of thing. Yeah. Okay.
I think this is something that you would pick up on.
Okay. All right. Lovely.
Anyway, so in this town, because it is a town, your standard rate for 1 point of plunder is only going to be 60%. So it's going to be 600 gold for each point of plunder. You are, of course, able to haggle and to try to increase that.
Okay.
Of course.
So, and if you're all doing one each...
we all have to make a perception, or a persuasion, I guess.
Persuasion, yeah.
Okay.
Or... Yeah, I guess persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion. Okay. Just get this.
Could I?
Could you use lightning bolts to...
No! Oh, I was going to say, could I attempt to deceive them into thinking it's worth more than it is? And try a deception check instead.
Yes, I would accept a deception check.
Okay, that's better for me as well.
Because I'm better at that.
I'm also
good.
better at that.
Are we all better at deception?
20.
I was going to say, this may, though, have... what's the word?
Negative
Repercussions.
Possibly.
Okay. Okay.
So, wow, Devvie, a 20.
A 20.
With a 20, you raise the rate from 60 up to 70%. So you actually get 700 gold pieces for your point of plunder.
Yay. Okay, cool. Thank you.
I'm going with deception for mine.
Oh.
17.
65%, so you get 650. It's in increments of 5, so for 15 you get 5% more, for 20 you get 10% more. And if somebody somehow manages to get 25, that's going to be a 15% interest. Like,
Lanny?
Yeah, so mine would be... Where's that character sheet gone? Persuasion, you said.
well, it's up to you.
I'm kind of thinking I want to almost try it as like an intimidation check.
Buy my shit or I kill you.
Or like, yeah, I don't know how I'd put it across though. I don't know. Would it just be just a natural intimidation check just by Lanny and who he is? But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're a big guy, but I mean, I think you can be quite. Someone could be quite forceful, or in their attempts to bargain.
Aggressively haggling.
Aggressive haggling. Yeah, as I said, it may have. I don't want to say consequences, but I mean. It's definitely not the same thing as just having a polite conversation with somebody.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll do it. I'll try it. I'll try it as an intimidation check.
It might have civil repercussions.
Be quite forceful, but yeah, fuck it. 11.
Okay. The trader with who you are, the merchant you are trying to haggle with, seems unimpressed, and is obviously an older dog at this game. So he doesn't agree to actually give you a better deal. So you only get 600 gold pieces for your point of plunder.
That's fine. It was worth a try.
Oh, of course it was worth a try.
With the fact that my persuasion was only a 1, I was like...
Yeah.
Am I allowed to cast guidance on myself?
Is there anything that says that you can't?
Just you. Would you allow me to cast guidance? It gives me a +4 on an ability check.
You're asking me like you can't normally cast it on yourself.
No, I am able to cast it on myself. Just would you allow me to use it within this check? Or
yeah, I mean, as I say, you're confusing me now, but I don't see anything why.
Okay, I will cast guidance on myself and then begin to haggle with this man. And so I will find the button that allows me to roll.
Oh dear.
But
Wow.
I do have a D4. I got a 10! A 10 total!
Okay, I kind of picture you just... You've cast a spell yourself, and then you go into this like negotiation with such confidence that you're going to do well, that you just kind of...
I flub all my words.
You just
And he
flub
feels
it,
bad.
Yeah.
You were so overconfident that you found no need to even like think about what you were going to say, and then as you start jabbering, you realise like I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing.
And somehow I managed to save it.
Somehow you managed to pick it up and at least rescue the entire thing and end up with a perfectly adequate deal.
That's more than I could hope for at that point.
So again, you don't get a penalty for not haggling well. You still get your 60%, so you'll end up with 600.
Is fine.
Yeah, and I don't know how you want to deal with it. If you want to throw all that together, or it's up to you.
I would say throw it all in a pot and decide what we're doing with it after.
Yeah.
And how much we're going to pay the crew each and everything else.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but that comes to 2,550, right?
That's what I made it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Not
2
insignificant.
6s, a 7 and a 65? Was I right with that? Yes.
2 600s, a 650 and a 700.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2,550.
Yeah. So, ignore me. It's late and my maths doesn't work. Neither does my haggling, clearly.
Yep.
Oh, well.
Okay. As I said, though, by this time it's going to be reaching later in the afternoon. But you still have some hours left to the day.
Go back and pay the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
how are
kind of
we?
have to- Well, how are they what?
How are we dealing with this, boys? How much money are we giving them? How much are we giving us?
In the beginning, I think we said everyone gets an equal share. That was right at the beginning. I don't know if everyone's opinions have changed.
I mean, I'm
We're
just looking at
officers of our own ship.
So we've got 11 crew, and then us 4. So
15 between 15. Ooh, wait a minute. Where's my calculator? 2550 divided by 15. 170 gold each.
Yeah, they're not getting paid 170 gold. Fuck that. They can have like 30. Holy shit.
Is that fair? I don't know if that's fair.
I think
It's not
that, like,
fair. We're the officers. We
isn't
get
it a
more.
case like that?
And we need to have money to repair the ship and get supplies. We
Oh
have
yeah, the ship needs some money, doesn't it? The ship needs
the
a
ship
cut.
needs money because and they're not our equals. We're the officers.
Isn't it
And
a
I
case
need
like-
to buy fucking magic components. They just have to buy beer.
Isn't it a case like a gold piece is more than a peasant would see in like months normally in the
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Oh, well, you fucking tell us then.
Well, I'm just going by like the prices of like
Yeah.
food and drink.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone would starve to death. If
Yeah, if a beer is a silver. Yeah. Okay, so
Beer is a silver. 30 gold means they can get drunk for a fucking long time.
okay, so right. So how about yeah? Okay, 30 gold each for the crew. Did you say? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Torrin's putting forward.
Okay.
I don't know what you lot think.
And then we take our wage, and then the rest of it goes into a chest as a slush fund for the ship itself.
Okay. So that's 330 gold to the crew.
All right. And then we could take like 400 each and then have everything else go to the ship.
Yeah, okay. So take off 400.
We need to write down that we've given them all 30 though. So that next time we come to port, we don't give them less.
Yeah.
Because we were out to sea for a week. They've made 30 gold in less than a week.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually. So
That's amazing.
Don't forget, they haven't been paid since Blood Cove.
Yeah, but
They
what
didn't get paid in
what
goats.
have they spent their money on though?
Beer.
Exactly.
30 gold is enough, I would think.
So, okay, after we've paid the crew and ourselves, that's 1930
Do you want my
total.
opinion on this?
Yes.
I think we should go more.
Sorry?
I think we should be going more each for the fact
Fine. Torrin has put forward 30 and no one has put forward a counter offer. So,
Yeah, sure, Nod. We would like your opinion, please.
The book suggests an acceptable pay for your crew would be whenever you reach port and sell plunder, that the first point of plunder would be given to the crew as payment.
Right. Okay.
Saying that, you have a small crew compared to what you would normally have on a ship currently.
we've got about half a crew, haven't we?
Exactly, you've got about half a crew. So spending about 300, which is about half a point of plunder, comes to about the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So
in
if
terms
we-
of heads, like per head, I think that is for the moment fine. If
we got 60 points of plunder, if we had 1 point of plunder was 600, and we would normally split between 20, that's 30 gold each person. So that was a fucking amazing guess by me.
yeah.
Okay. Right, so 30 gold points, gold each.
Just because we
crew
were
member.
talking about like how much money is worth what to people, and that's
Yes.
what I'm just going to say now. The payment of 30 gold for this amount of time is going to be acceptable for the crew. You're not going to have any mutinies because they're underpaid or anything.
Okay, cool. Right.
Lovely.
That's good. And then after we've given ourselves 400 each, that leaves 620 gold to the ship.
Which can be there for if we need something specific or need to repair the ship or whatever.
Buy a ballista.
And then the next time we have more plunder, we don't necessarily need to put as much into the ship because
Yeah.
it already has its own kitty, which means we get more money.
Yep. Excellent. Okay, I'll just put that
So
in
we
there.
all got 400 gold each. I really would like more than that, but I will deal with what I have to currently. Because being a wizard's fucking expensive.
What was the number again we got?
400 each.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, being a wizard is very expensive. So if there's money no one is spending, I will have it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Being a monk is not expensive in the slightest.
Cool. Because all you have to do is punch shit, and I have to pay money to fail fucking spell checks.
I mean, to be fair, I am also paying money to fail drink checks. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So,
Money.
with your trading done, and in agreement with what you will do with the money, you leave the square. Torrin, now that it's the daytime and you can see a little bit better, as you
Yes.
were looking for one before, you do see a sort of notice board at the edge of the town square, not too far from this white building, which seems to be the headquarters for the town guard.
Lovely. I will say to the boys, "Hey, there's a notice board over there. I'm gonna check it out, see if there's anything worth knowing."
Ah, yes. I have a plan for the notice board also. Should I put up a advert for crew members?
Maybe hold fire on that one for now. There might be a more official way to do it. We asked about.
That's ask the dockmaster, I suppose. Probably the best person to know.
Could be an idea. You coming with?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I will wander over to this notice board. And what
Yes.
lovely things greet us.
As you come closer, you can see there are a number of smaller things tacked on, but this board is dominated by this quite large poster nailed onto the center, which is kind of covering a lot of the others. seems definitely newer and fresher than the rest. And even before you're directly in front of it, you can clearly read the words in big black letters, reward. And underneath there is like this silhouette of some sort of winged creature.
Hello.
And as you get closer, you read the words, reward for the extermination of the creature known as Black Fang. 5,000 gold pieces.
Woof.
Now that sounds like a fucking job, boys.
And that's where we'll end the session tonight.
Oh,
Shit! Oh shit! We're gonna make some money!
well,
And possibly die.
Let's have a picture of what it is.
As I said, there is a relatively simple, almost like a silhouette of a large winged creature.
So some sort of dragon, you might say?
It could be interpreted as a dragon, yeah.
Oh my god.
In that case, boys and girls, I want to punch the dragon.
hey, the title of your latest album.
Did you say it was called Black Fang?
Black Fang.
Yes.
Okay, who's taking us out tonight? I can't, because my brain's stopped.
I suppose I can do it. If you would like.
Take it away! Take it away, Nadz.
Well, thank you for joining us, everybody. It's been wonderful to be back playing and stuff. This is going so well. You can find us on all of the socials. Please do add us at TNT Nerds on most things, apart from Instagram, which is for some reason at TNT_nerds. And as ever, we will be here every week, every Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. in British time. So please join us on Twitch. But if you can't join us on Twitch, you can catch up on our YouTube. So yeah, I think that's everything. I don't think we have any announcements, do we?
I think we are all good there.
Excellent. Well, in that case, thank you very much for joining us. And remember, don't be a dick.
Be a dick!
Bye!
Bye-bye!